mothers don't many people will live and realize that I have to tape my videos, right? So right when I get all dolled up and pretty to tape my video, everybody up here and want to make their lunch. So I have to come outside with you guys. I hope you're not seeing the tripod set up in my glasses, but who cares, right? So anyways, let's get right into how we make Belizean rice and beans. I know a lot of people in the Caribbean and West Indies and stuff make rice and beans, and they make it with different type of beans. We use red kidney beans, and of course we use coconut milk to make it very rich. So I call Joe the rice and beans whisperer because he's so good at it. So in this video, Joe's gonna show us how to do the Belizean rice and beans. Welcome to the Bare Pantry Show. If you want to learn how to cook in simple steps and have your dishes come out great the first time, then you're in the right place. Learn to make restaurant-style meals, comfort foods, and authentic Belizean dishes from basic ingredients. Hey guys, Barbara here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Look who I have with me today. Ta-da!
Country Joe.
Country Joe. Look, I'm going to bring Joe in every time I do one of these big Belizean dishes, because Joe is a professional at this, all right? Joe's gonna show us how to do some really damn rice and beans, because every time we go to party, let me tell you, if you serve me rice and beans and you soak, I'll suck it up and eat it and risk my filling and my crowns. But Joe will throw it in the trash and say, this no soak. So we're gonna show you how to soak a good Belizean rice and beans. And I know that other Caribbean countries make rice and beans too, but we're calling it Belizean because we're Belizean. And this is how we make it. So last night, Joe jumped up and he put some red kidney beans, a whole pound of red kidney beans in the slow cooker with some onions and some cilantro and a lot of water. And then he turned it off this morning. So it went for like 6 hours.
I don't turn off the water, it's just dried out.
No, I said you turned it off.
Oh, okay.
You didn't hear me. You turned it off this morning, and this is how it is. Now, if he had put more water, then it would have had more water in it, right? Yeah. Now, normally when I'm doing rice and beans, I'll tell you guys to take like a skimmer, scoop the beans out, leave the broth behind, because then you want to do stuff to add the rice and so on and so on. And then when you need more liquid, go back for the broth. That's how I have to do it, because I don't really know how to do rice and beans all that good like Joe. But Joe says, no, let's go. What do Belizeans normally eat for Thanksgiving? We eat turkey, stuffing, rice and beans, potato salad, and all that is in this book, Beans and Rice Volume 2. See how to purchase down below. Start, baby. Show what we're going to do.
Okay, we're going to take half pound, like it was the 1 pound, so we're going to take half of this.
So half the beans. Right, can you shovel it with a cup so we could know more or less how much cup it is?
Yeah, we could do that.
You want me to do this?
Give me a cup.
Would this help you to shovel like that?
It's too funny, maybe.
That's a cup. That's a cup. Okay. All right. So let's see how many cups he gets out of this beans, and he's taking it with the broth. Yeah, that's about good. Let me help you out. He's taking it with the broth because the broth thick.
There's no broth in there.
It's thick, and he put 2 little bit of water last night. 2, 3.
Let's see.
Does that look like half? Yeah, that's pretty close to half.
Like half, huh?
So about 3 cups of the beans, and look how soft the beans. See, let me pick up one and pinch. Oh, it's hot still. See, it's soft, but it's not too soft, all right?
Okay. That's good.
Then we're going to get rice. All right, so Joe's going to measure out some rice. Just stick it right here, babe. And then he's going to wash it. And then when we come back, we're going to be putting it in the pot for you to see. 1 cup. Okay, this is 1 cup. This is almost 2 cups, like a little bit over 1 3/4 cups. So I'll have him use this as measurement tool to measure out the rice, and then he's going to get it washed. He's looking for a bowl.
This is...
All right, I'm getting salt and black pepper, guys.
1 cup. 2. 3. 4.
And if you notice, we buy a ton of rice because rice is serious business up in this house. 5 cups?
Let's start with 5, but before I do that,
you have to wash it.
let me wash the rice first.
Wash it because you don't know where that rice been, and you want to wash off some of the starch. So that's why you wash it. Now Jada will use this rice water to clean up her skin. We're going to use coconut milk. I hear Belize people now call this thing coconut rice. I'm like, what is coconut rice? Okay, he's putting salt.
This is 1
teaspoon so far.
Yeah,
and I've washed the tin, alright? It's clean.
Let's stir it up.
Let me get your coconut milk open, Joe.
So you got to put the salt to your taste, okay? Not to my taste.
But usually Joe taste is right on point. I'm telling you, everybody tastes Joe rice and beans. I'm not just saying that because I host the Bare Pantry Show and Joe is my husband. I'm telling you, he's the rice and beans whisperer, okay? Joe, you could put a big pot on this for whole story and cook rice and beans and big pot too. For those of you that are new to the channel, wonder what language I'm talking Creole. I'm from Belize, okay. I'm talking Creole, and sometimes it'll spill out in the show, right?
This is one you said?
1 teaspoon so far.
I did about half there.
Half? Let's get you a half a teaspoon. We're trying to make this
1.5 drop because
really precise. This green one is the half.
When you put the rice in, the rice gonna start to suck up the salt.
Then you're gonna see if you need more?
Not really.
Okay.
You gotta do it from now because you can't put it in afterward.
Okay.
So we'll put in a half, and I think we should be. Remember, folks, put in the salt to your taste now. If you don't like a lot of salt, you don't have to put a lot of salt.
So Joe just put 1 teaspoon, right? The orange one, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. What are you guys making for Thanksgiving this year? If you're running out of dessert ideas, my brand new cookbook, The Pantry Laid Bare, has a whole section in here on cakes, guys. At least 16 cakes that you can choose from, and they're all easy to make. Check below to see how you can purchase. All right? Okay. Do we need the rice now? Okay. There's the rice. I tell Mr. Grinage all the time, we are cooking for the public. we can't turn the thing towards us, Mr. Grinage. You guys, it's hard for Joe to cook on camera because he is into this cooking, right? He's not into, oh, I forget people are watching over there. There you go, babe.
Okay.
We're gonna need water?
We'll need some water, but let's get this.
Okay. Let me get him some water.
Let's mix it up good so you can make sure you get out. You look ready now, huh? Okay.
All right, so let me tell you something about cooking rice, and Joe will correct me if I'm wrong. Can you step aside, babe? Let me squeeze into my spot. When you're cooking any kind of rice and beans, whatever, then, I keep pushing him because this is my spot. When you're cooking any kind of rice and beans, it depends on the pot that you're cooking it in, right? So if it's a smaller pot, then I can't tell you how much water to put in that smaller pot. If it's a bigger pot, you're going to need more water. The chief thing that you have to remember is that you need to be 1 inch above whatever's going on in there. Rice, beans, whatever is in there.
If a bigger pot, you got to use more water because you're doing more rice.
Well, not always. Sometimes it's the same amount of rice, but the pot is bigger, so it's a bigger circumference. So you're still going to need water to be above it to boil it. So what I did, I got a wooden spoon. You could do it with these nylon spoons too. I measured 1 inch and I just etched it in there. So when I want to test rice, because I'm telling you, I don't really know how to do this as well as Joe knows. Joe can eyeball. I will go in there, and once the spoon's set on top of the rice and the beans, that's when, and the water comes to this level, that's when I know it's ready. So let's see what Joe's doing.
Because if you look at this right now,
I think it has too little water.
That's right.
All right, so eyeballing, Barbara got it. Ready?
Let's mix it up and see what we get. We're still going to need more because still can see the rice in there.
Okay, you keep eyeballing and putting, and then I'm going to measure with my spoon to see if I'm right. And I'm not trying to be right or wrong. I'm just trying to get this right because rice and beans still pose, like if somebody invites me to come do a potluck or something, I'm not taking rice and beans. I'm going to have Joe cook that if they ask for rice and beans, but I'll take anything else.
Try
cakes,
stuff,
whatever.
what you
think that's good?
That's
okay.
Good for me, but you try what
Let's go, Jada. Okay, I touch rice. Hold it now, Joe. Hold it. And Joe just eyeballed it. All right. Okay. So we have enough salt, enough black pepper. And all we have to do now is move over to the stove. Let me move this here away.
One more test.
One more test of what?
Put water and stuff in there.
So you want to test to see if it is...
Salt. I got enough salt now.
I have enough salt. And he tasted like an old Belize lady.
I can use a little bit more.
So you're going to put about half a teaspoon? Quarter teaspoon? That's a half.
That's good.
With a half? Okay.
You don't want it too salty, but you still want
that thing heaping.
That's good.
So how much is that now? Two teaspoons? How much black pepper? One. 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, all right? And this is half pound of beans, which is 3 cups, and then how much rice you put? 5 cups of rice. I have to check with my camera girl right now. All right, so which hole you want to put it on?
Huh?
Which hole you want to put it on? This hole? Do we start off on this? Okay, so let me show this. I bought this thing, maybe 3 years ago. And this is called a, oh Lord, what is this thing called again?
We call it a rice soaker, but they got a different...
We call it rice soaker, but it has a name. I'll tell you guys the name when we get back on again. But the handle will break off right away. It's a wooden handle. You want that to break off anyway because I feel like it's a fire hazard. But see these little holes? And it just makes the heat come in. It mutes the heat, the fire, so that it can just cook the rice just perfect, all right? So we have 3 of these because they come by a 3-pack. And you can buy that from that store online. But I am not calling the name of that store because, hey, they ain't paying me.
Turn it on, put the pot.
You're not in a rush for it?
Yeah, okay. Then in that case, it's not going to burn.
See? We're going to put the lid on right away too? Because we want the rice to boil. All right. Do that and then we'll be back. Joe is using a serving fork because he feels like you can get through the rice better than if you use a fork that you eat with or even a spoon. So this is the first time he's stirring it after all the water has dissolved. And the rice is still not done right here, okay? Put the lid back on. Let this go for like another 15 minutes. This is right at 15 minutes later, and Joe is just using the serving fork to move through the rice again to make sure that all the rice grains are cooked. So some of them still don't look fluffy enough, so he put the lid back on, let it go for another 15 minutes, and now he's checking on it again just by moving through the rice and beans with a fork. And yes, it's done, so cut the fire. So this is the rice and beans. It's still hot. We're going to give me a little bit. Let Jory come in. Jory's running camera. This is how we roll. We'll grab anybody to run camera. So before we taste, let me tell you something. We had a big argument after we went, after Joe was cooking the rice. Remember I said on camera that it depends on the size pot that you use to cook the rice, then you're going to know how much water you need. And Joe's like, no, you're going to need the same water no matter the size of the pot. That's what you said, right? So I'm like, let's see. So I put half cup of white rice with 1 cup of water in this big pot. And it cooked down and the rice didn't cook. The grains are still hard. I put the same thing in this little pot. And looky here. The rice cooked. And it's the same half cup of rice, 1 cup of water. So the size of the pot does matter according to how much water you're going to put. And you know what? Joe and I had discussed it off camera before we started, and he agreed to that point. But then on camera he said no. I'm like, Joe, why did you say no, blah, blah, blah? And he goes, because, and he started arguing his point. I'm like, let's see. And that's what we'll do. We'll try things out scientifically, mathematically, to see who right. And I don't always have to be right. If I'm wrong, I'm going to come back and tell you I'm wrong. But he was the one that taught me that. I think he just forgot. So let's taste. You're not going to say nothing? You're not going to say nothing? Because you taught me that years ago, right? October the 23rd that just passed made 9 years since I started to post my videos on YouTube, but I've only been on Facebook for 2 years. So when Facebook invited me to the platform, I redid a lot of my videos because the videos were older and I had a new camera and so on. When I redid my mom's potato salad, the video came out so good, but I got dragged by this one woman that came at me and told me that that wasn't potato salad. I think she said I made a pudding or something. I don't know if I can find her comment. But I'm like, guys, calm down. It's only food. It's only potato salad. Every culture makes potato salad a little bit different. And honestly, when I go to potlucks, I will try everybody's potato salad. I don't discriminate. But for me personally, in my heart, the best potato salad was made by my mom. She didn't even give me this recipe. I'm telling you, Jada's godmother had to spy. When we would have Thanksgiving get-togethers and stuff, we'd be there peeling the potatoes for mommy, and then she'd assemble the salad together, and then Jada's godmother, there's a truck going by, Jada's godmother said, B, mommy didn't slice the eggs and put it on the top. She squished it with a fork and put it inside the potato salad. B, when mommy did the Heinz, and by the way, Joe's on the computer right now buying some Heinz because I will not eat a Belizean mommy potato salad without some Heinz, okay? So she said when mommy did the Heinz, she put the salt and the pepper in it first and stir it up, then put it in. She don't, mix it too much because she don't want to get the potatoes mushy. She spied because she would talk to my mom and my mom wouldn't notice that she was watching how she did the recipe. And that's how I got this recipe from mommy. Take a look at how we do the potato salad. So I usually just use what's at the store, so it's russet today. And they have the big bag, I don't need this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get the smaller bag. And of course they have all these other wonderful potatoes here that I'm not gonna need. We're gonna need peas and carrots. I like this one better because the carrots come diced. This other one right here, the carrots come sliced, and I still have to go ahead and slice it up into 4, which is not fun, all right? So now I'm back here in the kitchen. Let me go ahead and get some potatoes washed up. So I'm gonna use 3 large potatoes. If they're too big, cut them into 3. If they're, you know, not so big, cut them in 2. And we cut them because we want them to cook more quickly, all right? So for this amount, I'm gonna need 4 eggs. Let me wash off my eggs and then just fill the pot with water. And now, stick it on the stove so we can allow it to cook. When the potatoes are fork tender, well, we're gonna take the eggs out first, all right? Because the eggs will cook faster. Take those out, put them in a nice bath, and then crack and peel those and set those aside. Now the potatoes take a little bit longer, and when they're fork tender, that's when we want to remove them and then stick them in the fridge so that they can cool down rapidly and be more easy to peel. They're easier to peel once they're cold. Because this video was originally for Facebook, guys, I have to mute the sound because I was playing some Facebook music. But all I'm doing right here is peeling the onion first, and then I'm going to wash it off and then go ahead and dice it up, okay? You want to dice it fine when making the potato salad because some people don't like raw onions in their salad, and if you dice it fine enough, they won't taste it. Okay, so now I can chop them fine now. You want to know what's the best part about putting the potatoes in the fridge? Is that the salad's already cold when you make it. So I will do this a lot when we're having parties. Just boil the potatoes, put it to chill, peel it, dice it, put the onions in there too, and just wait for the next morning before I mix it all up. So all I'm doing right here is just peeling the skin off of the potatoes. And I dice kind of small because I don't like huge pieces of potato in the salad. But then you don't want to go too small either because then you'll get mushy like mashed potatoes. So take a look. Have a little knife like this. See those chunks? And we go like this, because all this mattered for Mom when she was doing this. And let me tell you something. My mom did not teach me how to do this salad. I had a friend that used to visit when I had parties. Well, she was a party guest. See the pieces, right? And she would sit right here at this bar with my mom, and she would talk to my mom and distract her while my mom was making the potato salad. And she would say, Miss Rose, so and so and so and so, and she would hold this big conversation. My mom wasn't aware that she was actually my spy that was spying how she did the potato salad. So that's how I got it. So in my first book, I told her, I'm so glad that I was able to snatch this recipe from you, but then she actually allowed me to use it. So Mommy, I miss her. For those of you that are new to the channel, we lost my mom back in June of 2016. Sadly to cancer, but you know what? I feel like she's with us in spirit, don't you? So let me just get all this peeled and diced just like that. And then when we come back, we're going to be assembling this potato salad. This is another one of Mom's secret. I want to shout out to all of Mom's friends that are watching this video right now. Yes, I'm revealing Mommy's secret to her potato salads. She squishes the eggs with a fork to dump it inside the salad rather than dress the top of the salad with it. Because Belizean people will make salads, potato salad, all type of way. Some people will put green bell peppers. What we call it? Sweet pepper. Put sweet pepper in it. I don't like sweet pepper in it. Some people, and they'll dice it up small, the sweet pepper. Some people will lay like slices of tomato across the top of the salad. I don't like doing that because it gets the salad too mushy. The tomatoes are too wet. So, and I suppose they're just trying to like make it pretty, right? So you guys saw that I diced my onions super fine. See the onion right there? I have a cousin that does not like raw onions, but every time she eats my potato salad, Mommy's potato salad, she does not know that we have onions in it because she doesn't taste it. You know? Look how much, oh Lord, a lot. A lot of onion. So now I have to go open my can of the peas and carrots. Let me get this open and drain the water off. Always wash your lid because you don't know what's on the top. Get all that water off. Dump it in here. Don't use mixed vegetables, okay? Because that's too much vegetables and stuff in it that it doesn't make the salad fun. Just give it a stir with the fork. You don't want to mush the potatoes. So now what I have to do is get my salad dressing, and yes, we do use salad dressing. Some people will use mayo. This recipe calls for this salad dressing though, alright? Put some in here. Might need a little bit more, but let's start with that because I'd rather have less than more and tweak it as we go along, because if you get it too wet, then there's no retrieving it, right? Put a little bit of salt in this. This salad dressing has salt already, so be careful what salt you put. Put some black pepper. Give it a stir. Now, Mom didn't used to put any milk at all, but I'll put just a smidgen just to make this go longer. Smidgen. So it's almost like we didn't have the milk, right? Because it's not a whole lot. You guys saw. All right, so let me get a spatula. It's almost ready. Josh was like, Mom, isn't it like almost done? I'm like, oh, this is a very easy recipe. The longest time to do potato salad is to peel the potatoes. So if you're having a party and you want to do potato salad, let your friends come over and hang with you the night before the party and peel potatoes, all right? Give this a stir. Ooh, it's already smelling like potato salad. We might need some more of the salad dressing, because if you notice, there are some dry spots, right? And remember I told you, I think we might need more. Let me work it in some more. Let me get this spatula. Yeah, see? When you turn it over, there's dry spots on the bottom. So just let me put a little bit more. Same thing again, what we just did, but just a little bit less. And a little bit of milk. You guys see how simple it is to make this, right? I'll put a little bit of salt, but way less because this is way less. Dump it in here. I hope I didn't go overboard. Okay. See how wet it is? I did this because I want to show you guys that every bit of potato is covered, all right? I don't like a dry potato salad. I don't like a mushy potato salad. And likewise, I don't like the potatoes to be too firm either. I'm finicky. Pretty, right? So I'd be proud to take this anywhere. I'm really glad that I was able to get this recipe from my mom, because this is going to be passed down in the family forever. You know, Jada and the boys can have it, and they can pass it to their children and children's children, and so on and so on. So this is a really, really wonderful potato salad. We're going to eat this with rice and beans. We have some leftover stewed chicken. Joe have fried red plantain. We could actually eat this with some fried chicken too. Who said we couldn't, right? So watch. If my mom were still alive, she'd be coming here for Thanksgiving if she wasn't in Belize. And I'd be making a lemon pie for sure and some jam rolls for her, because that's what she loves. So for tomorrow's video, which is going to be part 3, I'm going to put the collage together to show you how to do our Belizean lemon pie and jam roll. In the meanwhile, if you've liked this video, please go ahead and put the thumbs up for me. Go ahead and share it, leave me a comment, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye. Remember guys, we are not buying this book. Because if you do, the only people that are making money from that book are my ex-distributor and Amazon. Pick up this book instead. This is my Belizean cookbook. It has 120 authentic Belizean dishes that I've done on the show already, but now you can have it in print so you can follow along and your dishes will come out perfect each time. Hot off the presses, this is my second cookbook, guys. It's called the Pantry Laid Bare, and I named it that because I laid everything on the line when I picked the recipes for this book, all right? 111 delicious dishes from basic ingredients. To purchase, just check below on any of my videos and you'll see the different methods of payment and also the shipping. Thanks, guys.
Won't you come and try this warm delight? This is the Bare Pantry Show.